So today's video is a little different than most of my videos. Today I'd like to talk about my Centauri carbon printer that I've had for several months. It's been performing flawlessly. All of a sudden I started having problems with some of my prints. And let me show you what that looks like, the problems I was having. So on the bottom of this print here, you can see this corner here, and it's like lifting up. Having this, the rest of the part looks fine, but that one corner is bad, right? I ran it twice, same problem. Even moved it on the bed, same problem. So I went in and I ran the full set of the calibration, and I got a 502 error. Okay, the 502 error has to do with the bed leveling sensing, right, and data input. So the first thing I did, I did a little research, and it talked about adjusting the belt. And to do that, you lift, you put the printer on the side, take the bottom off, you loosen the tensioner, remove the belt, then you manually bring the bed all the way back down, you put the belt back on, and tighten it up, tension it, and then you run your calibration, and most of the time that'll fix the 502 error. So I got a little clip that shows me doing that procedure. Let's take a look at that right now. Alright, so I got the printer over on the bench. Now I'm going to lay it on its left side so I can get to the bottom back panel. Alright, so with the printer on its left side, I'm now going to take out 12 screws that hold the bottom plate on. Set this side. You want to lower the door. You want to move it. You want to pull it so the bed's all the way at the top. Then we're going to look inside. Going to make sure there is nothing foreign matter in the bearings where the lead screws go down into the base. All right, now that we've ensured there's nothing foreign matter on the inside, we're going to bring the bed all the way back down. And then we're going to loosen these belt tensioning screws here. Now we'll be able to remove the belt. Okay. So with the belt loosened, we're now going to go to the inside and we're going to push down on the bed, make sure it's all the way down firmly against the bottom of the printer. While holding it down, you want to bring the belt back out and then retighten the screws for the tensioner. Make sure they're nice and snug, but not over tight. You don't want to damage them. Now we're going to put the base back on, then we'll flip it over and go calibrate it next. All right, we got it plugged in. Let's go ahead and power it up. We'll run the calibration. Okay, she's powered back up. Let's go down to calibration. We're going to do the one check. We'll do all calibration. Select all. Hit start. This will take a few minutes. Let's let the calibration run. All right, so after I ran that, I did that procedure, I ran the calibration again, and I got the 502 error again. So I opened a ticket with Elegoo for support and explained to them what I had done, the problem I'm having, and what I had done so far to try to solve it. And they responded telling me that the problem is somewhere in one of these bed sensors. Okay, there's 4 strain gauges, 1 in each corner of the bed, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and they think that that's where that problem is. Okay, so they want me to go ahead and remove the bed, check the connections, and do some switching. So and then rerun the calibration to see if that solves the problem. Now let me bring the camera in and show you the 4 screws that I'm going to have to take out. So there are 4 screws that they want me to take out. This one, this one, this one, this one. I'll remove these 4 screws. First I'll take them halfway out on all of them, and then all the way out on all of them, and then the bed will lift up and you'll see there's 4 springs in there. I'll pull out all that hardware. Let's do that step first. I need to turn off the power and unplug it first. Safety first. I got all the screws out. I'm going to lift the bed, heat bed up. Should be 4 springs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the sensors here. Strain gauge is what they are actually. Right there. And they all plug into that board. Now what they want me to do is, 1, check for all the connections, make sure they were all connected fine, they weren't coming loose, and they all look to be fine. Right? So the next step is they want me to swap them out. Since a lot of the failures seem to be in this area, they want me to do is swap front to rear. In doing so, what that'll do is, if the failure moves to the rear, that'll tell you it was this sensor that was bad. Same thing on the other side. So let's do one at a time here. What we're going to do, wants me to peel this little bit of tape off. All I did is I peeled the tape back, right? go in here and let me get my little pliers. There. There's one. And I'm going to move the one that was in the back to the front. And front to back and back to front. And we've reinserted those. That's the little board that controls it. He said it could be in this board too. So I'm going to put this tape back down. Then I'm going to put the springs back in. And kind of lower it back down. I know you can't see this, but take my word for it, it's working. Now this has been sort of hard to see. I've got it all in and lined up. It's not hard. Now I just gotta go through and tighten them all down. Now in the video it looks like the light's flashing, but it must be the frequency because the light's not flashing here. Okay, that's tight. First I put them halfway down and then all the way down. See, it deflects on the spring. Okay. Turn this light off. I think that's affecting the camera. Now we're going to plug it back in. Turn the light on. Now that we've switched the wires around underneath the hotbed, checked all the sensors like they asked, we're going to rerun the calibration again. The bed leveling, automatic bed leveling. We'll see if it fails. And if it does, where it fails. Well, after moving the cables around, it successfully completed the leveling. So, we'll try a test print, I guess. Bed's heating up. It's heating up on me. As soon as we load the filament, we'll run. Tell you what, I'll run the same model part. This one here that was failing here. I'll probably just run it a few layers just to see if the we get that same fault or if it's got a good first layer all the way around. I'll send it to the printer. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Just to summarize, I switched the wires on the sensors to see if the problem would move. That would tell you if you had a bad sensor. Well, when I ran the calibration after that, I got a perfect calibration. So I switched them back, and I got a perfect calibration again. So that, what I think that's telling me is that these front screws had worked loose, and they were causing the bed to be at an angle and causing the failure. We'll see. If this print comes out correctly, well, one, will be back in business, and two, will confirm that that was the case. Alright, well, that's going to be enough to get an idea whether I still have a problem with the first layer adhesion, or what, not adhesion, but first layer printing problem. Let me pause this. Stop the print. Sort of ease it off the plate. I don't want to cause the failure. Yeah. Alright, let's look at the difference. So there's the bad print, and this is the new print. Perfect. No issues whatsoever. So I'm going to call that a victory. We can put this printer back into production. So in closing, it clearly wasn't an electrical problem with one of the sensors or harness or thing. It was these screws in the corners had came loose and allowing it to get out of kilter with the back, and that was causing the problem in my summarization. So I'll keep running it. If anything changes, I'll let you know. So something to think about. You get the 502 air, check your screws, make sure they're tight. Don't just screw them from the bottom. Lift them up, put a hex key in the top, and tighten them up that way. Make sure it's not just slipping. Okay, make sure it's tight, just snug, right? You don't want to over tighten it. They're just small screws. You don't want to strip them out, bust them off. Okay? Well, that's going to pretty much close out this video. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do it now.